Anybody hear me? I can't hear myself. Hello? Can you guys hear me? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Thank you. I can't hear myself. Why? Can you all hear me? Okay. I can't hear myself for some reason. Is it too loud? Does this sound okay? Does this sound okay? I wonder why I can't hear myself. Y'all. How do I do that? I don't know why. If it's not clear, I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so it must be then through either my computer or my I'll definitely make you a mod when I figure out how to do that. Where are the settings for this thing? Okay, so I hope this isn't too loud. I'm gonna try and figure out why this isn't binaural. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. I have a mod. Now, where are the settings? Okay. I just do. Hi. Hi, Anderson. Hi, Kevstar. Hi, everybody. Okay, look, I don't know what mod position is, but in my book, you're all mods. Hi, Kevin. Also, yeah, tell me all your names if it's not clear in your username, and if I mispronounce your name, please let me know how to say it correctly. Why is it not binaural? Okay, I'm still trying to figure that out, but there's like no screen here. There are no settings. It's like just a. I'll just call you Kevin. Okay. Okay. Should I try and like close it out and reopen it and see if I can make it binaural? I'm wondering if it's my computer audio that you're hearing or or is it this? Is it this microphone? I'm so hot. Okay. Does it sound okay? I want to do this. I want to try to do this again tomorrow properly. So I'm just going to kind of do soft speaking until I can figure out. Y'all tell me if audio is coming from here or like from over here. Okay. Well, then at least I don't have to panic about that. I'm so hot. Hi, everybody. Okay. So I'm so sorry that this is so late. I've been trying since, really all day I've been setting this up. And obviously it's still not going well. So I bought this new camera to stream with today. And apparently I need a graphics. No. What did I determine that I needed? A video capture card? Do any of y'all know how to do this? So ultimately, okay. So then tell me, is this better? Can you hear me? I won't have it in my lap if this is my source of sound. Why isn't it binaural? Anyways, it's strange to like try and have a conversation and then also be looking at chat. I have a like tiny birthday mimosa that I've mostly already finished because this has been so stressful. I'm also worried that bumping it, if it's this, is gonna hurt your ears. So I bought on a whim, basically. So I ended up coming back. Okay, where do I start? My birthday was on the 30th. I ended up taking a last minute trip for my birthday just because I wanted to be able to do something, even if it was small and safe. All right, I'm going to tap this really fast. That was probably so loud on y'all's ears. Test. You know what? There's actually a chance. Test that it's these, but it's not stereo. Test. Okay, so they're working. It just seems like maybe it's not 2 channels. But does that sound okay if I whisper really up close in your ears? I wonder why. I bet if I get really big studio headphones, I'll be able to hear it. I'm so hot. Okay, I'm gonna move. Y'all, thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited. So, anyways, I came back. I'm just gonna talk in these like they're working. This one. Number one, or number two. One. We like one better. One. Okay. I can try and turn this up as well, but as we've already discussed, I have no idea what I'm doing, so. So, basically, does that sound okay? Are there 13 of you here? Wow. Test. Please, that would be great. Just a little bit. It's also 5,000 degrees in here. I've like sweat off. See, I'm worried about hitting microphones. I hit the microphones all the time when I shoot. That's why in my videos there's always the like cross dissolve fades. It's because I'm like, hey, how do I? And I like check the microphone. Hi, Cakes. Hi, Jose. Thank you all so much. But yeah, basically I did have a little bit of Mamasa and then actually moved into the function of how this works, so that probably wasn't the best idea. But I bought, where'd it go? I bought this camera, this new camera to start shooting videos with, because up until now I've been shooting on my phone, which has been fine, but not ideal. It is a Canon M6 Mark II, which I'm really excited about because it has this little feature, which is really nice. I've never been a vlogger. Thank you, Gigs. I've never been a vlogger, so I've never needed the self-shoot aspect of a camera. And so I have a cinema camera that's 5,000 pounds. I can probably show it to you. I don't know if I can do it really quietly, but it's huge. The other lens is like this big. So I can't really shoot videos easily on that. So I bought this. So excited to do this today. And I spent hours today prepping for this. And the one thing I didn't check was the cable, which, like, obviously I should have. I've been in the film and TV industry for so long. You always make sure you have the right cable, but it's an HDMI. So I plugged it in, like, ready to go. And it's working. So I have to get a micro USB, and then we can try and do this again tomorrow. It is fancy, yes. But all that to say, too, this camera sucks. This is like the worst visual. Not flattering. It's my webcam from my crappy computer. Yeah, I've been using my Note 10, which, thank you for saying that. I mean, I shoot video professionally, and even I have been like, it looks okay. But I wanted to get something that's just 4K that I can easily shoot on, and that has a higher megapixel count for photos, because I'm going to start doing cinematic ASMR, and I don't want to do that on my phone because the files are too big. Thank you. Do I do anything besides? No, just ASMR on the roads. Your videos look great. I love your videos so much. Also, where are you based? Are you in Canada? I feel like that's usually where you say that you are. Exactly, Flapjack, because it's like, at the end of the day, it's my job. So when I do something for me or for fun, I'm like, I'm not getting out the huge camera. I've always wanted to go to Canada. Never been. And I was so close up in Montana so often. Someday I'll make it. When all of this isn't going on. That's what I thought. Because you have so many. Do you speak Spanish or Portuguese? Both. Have I seen you speak both? So I'm not from Montana. I'm originally from Oklahoma. I really hope this sounds okay. That's what I thought, Portuguese. Oh, I need to hop on the Babel train during the rest of quarantine. But I'm originally from Oklahoma, and I lived in LA very briefly in, I think, 2013, and then moved to Chicago and started doing theater and Shakespeare in Chicago. And then I started working for Montana Shakespeare in the Parks, and I've been up there for 2 years. So that's why I've been in Montana, and I loved it. It was so beautiful, but I hate the cold. I hate it. So I'm back in LA just in time for quarantine. But I feel like when I hear Portuguese, like a lot of the root words are similar. So maybe it's a little bit easier. Maybe not. But that's the thing. Like, I feel like I know enough Spanish that when I hear a few other languages, I'm like, oh, it's almost the same word. I do watch and listen to AMR myself. I started watching ASMR, I thought recently, and I just realized it's been like 2.5 years, like every night of me listening to ASMR to fall asleep. So it's been a long time. Where are you, Flapjack? What's your name? You don't have to share if you don't want to, but it'll be nice to like know your names too. Spanish is easy. Yeah, Spanish for me was really, really easy to learn. But it's been so long that I've kind of lost it. ASMR is an addiction. It's one of those things that, like, before I had it in my life, I could never fall asleep. I'm one of those people, and my ex-boyfriend was one of the people that could just lay down and be out. You know, it's the cliche in all movies. I used to think he was messing with me, but I would be over in the corner, like watching ASMR for hours, unable to fall asleep. And you know, when you work on a film set or a TV set, you're working like a minimum of 12 hours, usually up to 14 to 16 hours. So sleep is important. And now I'm so addicted to it, but I can listen to it and fall asleep immediately, especially if I'm okay with just letting it play. New York. How are you doing in New York? Are you in the city? I just saw on the news that maybe certain boroughs or different areas in New York City are maybe going to shut down again. That's rough. But it's about to get cold there, so you're going to be fine in a second. 700 cases total? Or like a day? Because that would be wild. I have a friend in Australia, and we were just catching up, and she was like, I went to a play this week. It's like, oh my God. 700? Also, are these correct in your ears? How it normally is? But that's not too bad then. Yeah, that's how it's been here. Because I'm in LA. My family, however, is still in Oklahoma, so I'm a little worried about them. But for the most part, everyone's wearing a mask here, so it's good. It's just like, what happened, y'all? It's like we were all on this upward trajectory and we all had plans, and this year sometimes I still like sit and think, like just reflect on what's happened, and it's like never would I ever have thought this would be the reality. But I guess we're all learning a lot. I've got some really nice like mask knee. Like learning how to wear a mask in the heat. Oh, also, I wanted to ask y'all. So, I have really not left my house in how many years has it been? Since like March. And my cousin lives in Riverside, California, like Menifee, so inland. And I'm joking, it feels like years. But she's a hairdresser, and I'm gonna go get my hair done, and I'm thinking about making it red. What do we think about this? Like a natural kind of red, like strawberry blonde. Please send thoughts. I'm kind of, my hair has just always been blonde, and I don't really know what to do with it anymore. And when I can't get it done a lot, it kind of just turns brassy. These are definitely like good problems to have. I don't spend too much time thinking about my hair, but thank you. But I think ultimately she said it'll fade. So if we hate it, I'll just let it fade and then have her redo it like its normal color. But I'm thinking about red. It seems like the perfect middle of quarantine. Oh my God, if this is the middle, y'all. Oh, yeah, like the stream. Thank you. You're the best mod. So how many? Look, there's 14 of us. I probably don't need to worry about multiple mods for some time. But I also have... I'm worried about things being too loud. I spent so much time. You're not gonna what? I already forgot what I said. That's another quarantine thing. Like, I'm like in the moment. There's only now. I spent hours today. So I was gonna do for the giveaway a really nice software. It's really not. And the irony, it's not a strong mimosa. This is just how I am now in quarantine. It's been so long since I've had other humans to talk to. This is really great, actually. Thank you all for being here. Sweet. Okay. It's really not a strong mimosa, though, because ironically, the story with that is I had surgery. Have I talked about this in a video? Maybe it was on Patreon. So I had surgery. My bangs are like... It's looking a little bit Brendan Fraser sometimes. Hi, Ryan. Anytime I see a new name, I'm trying to call y'all out. And if I haven't called you out, I don't know. Oh, that makes me happy. I'm glad you fell asleep. It's like such a big deal getting a lot of sleep. And I feel like so many people have problems falling asleep and we don't really talk about it. And a healthy night of sleep is so instrumental in healthy life and society. And so that's awesome. I'm so glad that it's helpful to y'all and that you like it. And I just love ASMR. It's such a cool community. Like, this is so cool that we get to, yeah, exactly. Feels a little bit less lonely. But also, are you talking about the live chats, the live streams, or just doing ASMR, the ASMR community? Yay, thank you. So glad. From whispers or from triggers? But the mimosa thing. So I had surgery in March. So I was supposed to fly. I occasionally I shoot content for Samsung training events. And I travel all around the country, usually a few times a year to do that. And so at the beginning of this year, I traveled to Vegas. It was Vegas 3 times. So I traveled to Vegas to celebrate the new year. And then I had 2 jobs for them in Vegas, which now is like I was there in the days leading up to this. It's so bizarre to think about. But I have had a lot of breathing issues in my past as well. And normally when I get sick, if I have a sinus infection, I'll stay sick for weeks and weeks. And I've never thought about why. And finally someone was like, you need to get a septoplasty. Yeah. So because my septum was deviated, and they didn't really have any dates. They had one date, and it was March 12th of 2020, and I was supposed to work the 9th, 10th, 11th, and fly back the 12th, so it wasn't going to work out. And then because of COVID, all my jobs got canceled. And so I was able to do the surgery, but I ended up like waking up because they give you codeine basically, and so I was in recovery the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, like when California was shutting down and all this stuff was happening. And so I really came out of like this recovery, this like fever dream basically, into I Am Legend. There were no groceries on the shelves and there were no people in the streets. But because of that, I don't drink often anymore. I used to drink a little bit more. I love scotch and I love mimosas. But lately, I haven't been drinking. I think mostly because I don't really exercise a lot, especially now that I can't go to a gym. And so I don't need the extra calories if I'm just sitting here. But the other night, I played poker on Zoom and I had a scotch and my nose got so swollen. And I Googled it, and basically it's the alcohol. So after you have a surgery, some people develop swelling after they drink alcohol. I don't know how long it's going to last. I can actually already tell it's a little swollen just from this baby mimosa. So that's a problem. But it's really like the tiniest splash of champagne and pineapple juice. The rest is just from quarantine. But that's that extremely long story that no one really cared about. Yeah, that's what do you like to drink? Dude, I love beer. I love mimosas. I love scotch. Those are kind of my go-tos. But yeah, I don't know how long that's going to last. If it's going to be a lifetime thing, because I'm like 6 months out now. You'd think that wouldn't be a problem. Hola. Hola, hola, hola. I'm good. How are you, Ruben? I don't use essential oils. Maybe I should. Yeah, I'm not Never in my life have I been a vodka person. I think it's something about it's clear. I do like gin though. I've had some really good gin. If COVID didn't happen, you wouldn't have been able to post. Why? Just because you're too busy? Hi. Hi, Audio Media News. Do I know your name? I don't think I do. You can tell me if you want, but you don't have to. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for being a patron and for tweeting all the time. Thank you. Yeah, I feel that. It's definitely the thing for me that having the free time has been amazing, and that's why I ended up doing it. And now I'm the type of person that when I do something, I do it hard until I get burnt out, and then I have to actually figure out how to make a realistic schedule. So, yeah. That makes sense. So, are you gonna go back to school? Have you all opened your school yet? So, also to throw this out there, I want to do another live stream really, really soon. And now that I kind of know, like, I really wanted to get this one over with because anytime you do something new and vulnerable, you always are going to, probably have that fight or flight instinct and that resistance to it. But it's so important. The way that I get past that is just like by barreling through. And I figured, hi, Lucius. If I said your name wrong, please correct me. I say it like that though because I did Caesar, Julius Caesar, and there's a Caius Lucius in that. So really, like, I like to do things really well. And so if I know that it's probably not going to be the best, I'm so resistant usually to get started. And so, oh, perfect. Welcome. So I've been really nervous today to like launch this because I just wanted it to be right, which is the irony of doing creative things. It's never going to be right. It's the way that it is, and that's what's cool and special about it is that it's like live theater doing something like this. It happens with the people that it happens with, and you have control over some things, but not all of them. But now that I have this fancy new camera, I have to get like the dongle that they made for it. It's like hi. My birthday was September 30th. Thank you. Gracias. Thank you so much. But yeah, once I get this stupid cable that I need, I can, and it looked so good is the thing. I have everything set up and I'm still on this dumb webcam. So maybe I can make Wednesdays live, definitely. But maybe I'll do it tomorrow or Tuesday too, if y'all are around. This is really fun. This is really, really, really cool. I hope it sounds good. But also, I should probably get back to making regular content too. I feel like I've been on a break for so long. But I also have the giveaway stuff, and I think I made it to the middle of this story before moving on to something else in the chat, but I was going to use a software that pulls in data from the comments, but a lot of them didn't work with multiple videos. And then I didn't quite know how to incorporate that into something like this, because then it's like, and click, and it just spits out one name. Like, it's not tangible, I wanted the like. So I have all these teeny tiny pieces of paper. I spent hours today going through all the comments. I counted it multiple times. I went to my Instagram and pulled all that stuff. So we'll do that. to in just a bit for the birthday giveaway. Thank you all so much for entering that. I'm gonna do it in like 5 minutes probably. A tour ASMR. Yeah, I love those videos. Mostly because I'm always like, oh, what do I need? What gear do I need next? And I'm surprised that most creators don't have them. And I've asked a few people about what camera they used, and sometimes I don't get a response. I am gonna do that. I'm gonna give them like 24 hours, I think, to respond. And then I'll do it again. Yay, I'm so glad it sounds great. Okay, online school. I'm like backtracking in the chat too. I love the name Lucius too. Caesar was so fun. There's some really good names in Caesar as well. It was really cool to get to do a play like Julius Caesar. It was during I want to say it was during the last election, but it definitely wasn't. So, but all of our conversations were geared towards that. It was in 2018. But it was cool to do that play in high schools and talk to young adults about government and things like that, about different systems of governance and how they only work if citizens participate in it, especially something like a democracy or a republic. You know, it's a little bit different with different systems of governance. Obviously, monarchy, you don't need too much participation from your citizens. Yeah, it's definitely. I don't know any Lucii. I think you're the only Lucius that I know. I think your videos look great. What camera do you think you're gonna get? I love looking for cameras. It's so fun. But I'm excited to actually do another live with the camera that I bought to do it. I'm excited to use it for regular videos as well, but I was so excited to use it, and I didn't even get to. Did we decide that they both are working, but that it's just one channel? I bet I can figure that out too. So I downloaded the, what's it called? OBS. It's software that you need to use external devices when you stream. So when I get this cord that I need, also I've been a videographer for so many years. When I tell you I have every cord there is to have, it's true. And I don't understand. I tore my bedroom apart looking for this cord because it's like, there's no way that I don't have it. But I didn't. So I just pulled out the old webcam because I wanted to do something. Okay, well, let's do the giveaway. I'm sweaty. Let's do the giveaway. Ooh, nature videos. Yeah, like when I think so. I've actually went to the beach last week, and I took. That wasn't loud. I took a video of the beach and the waves, and it's sounds so relaxing, and I thought about posting it. Is that kind of what kind of nature video would you want to see? Like a solid single shot on a tripod, or like a cut together montage video of nature? Because I would also love when things are normal. My favorite thing is travel, and I would love to be able to like travel to crazy places and make ASMR. So that would also sort of be along those lines, I think. Okay. I spent so long doing this. Okay. So this was from the birthday giveaway. And to enter, you just had to comment on my videos. Every comment got you another entry. So my wrist is cramping from writing all these names down. And thank you all so much, so much. Thank you for all the likes and comments. And there were additional entries too for things like liking or following me on Instagram and commenting over there. I can't believe we've been doing this 41 minutes already. Yay. Some of y'all, I wrote your names like 100 times. Oh, that would be so awesome. What camera are you looking at? They're basically fortune cookies. Okay. So, here's all of our names on teeny tiny pieces of paper. See, this is more fun than a software that just spits out one name. And you get the sound. Okay. So the prize is $50 and a custom ASMR video. And the winner is... Oh, sweet. Send it to me on Insta. I got one. Okay. The winner is... Power Universe. Power Universe. Okay, so I'll give Power Universe 24 hours to contact me, and I will send that to you. Yay! Y'all, I love giveaways. I'll definitely do another one soon because giveaways are my favorite thing in the world. I'll put that there. But yeah, send me the model on Instagram because I would love to see what you're looking at getting. Yay. Also, would you just, I know, right? That's also like, I'm a gambler. I love gambling. I love giveaways. But I hate the feeling of like when they call a giveaway winner and it's not your name. You're like, it sucks. This is so fun. I would totally do that more often. Can we hear this if I do like mic scratching? Taka. Taka, 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 taka. Am I saying your name right, by the way? I'm about to shoot your video and I need to respond to your email anyways. But I was gonna ask if I was pronouncing your name right so that I could say it in your video. How are you? How are you? Yay. It's so good to see you. Hi, Anderson. That's okay. Thank you for being here. It also could be my internet, to be fair. That's okay. Honestly, it was late to get going because I don't have the cord that I needed to have for the new camera, of course. So I had to how's the weather? It's still hot here. So I paused because I want to tell people, but if you don't want me to, I won't. But I'm really excited because Daka, if y'all don't know, I mean, it's in his name. Awesome. Okay, so Daka writes incredible ASMR scripts and reached out to me pretty early on when I said that I wanted to do cinematic ASMR and had this amazing script. I won't tell you all too much because I want it to be a little bit of a surprise, but I'm so grateful, so grateful to work with you. And so my next plan too, for those of you that are on here, what is stupid? My next plan is to, oh snap, gotcha with the mod. Thank you. So my next plan is to reconfigure. Thank you. Reconfigure the schedule because it's time to shoot this ASMR, this cinematic script. It's so good. Daka is so talented. And I can't wait. So I'm hoping to start that very, very soon. And I can't wait to share it with y'all because that's really the kind of, I want to still make regular content, but cinematic ASMR, Doc and I have had many conversations about this, is really the future, right? And it's just such a cool, immersive way to still be storytelling in this time and to be using the skills that I have as a filmmaker. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, seriously, it's so good. I cannot wait to upload that video and to release it. It's the best. Timeout, that's so funny. And so when people get timed out, can they still see me, or do they get kicked out of the whole live? Yeah, you should. Honestly, it's so good. Everyone should be working with Daka. Oh, my legs hurt. So that's also why I wanted to get a new camera as well. I can use both to shoot, but it's so much easier with the flexibility of the newer camera to be able to do it by myself and to do ASMR, because it's one thing to make a movie, a film, but to do cinematic ASMR, the sound is so important, and that's why people like atmosphere ASMR dub their videos, because it's the easiest way to record audio in ASMR, but still be able to record a physical scene without worrying about recording audio. 300 seconds. Do I know? I wonder if I know that person. Like if Ed comments on my videos. I don't know. Yeah, but that would be awesome. You definitely should do that. Can we hear this if I do this? I have, let me put my Mamasa down. Ah, nice. Okay. We'll do some tapping while we talk. Can we hear that? probably don't need to be moving from side to side, right? If it's not binaural. So hopefully when I get this cord, I can figure that out tomorrow and figure out why it's not binaural. Yeah, it is. Okay. But yeah, so I ended up, oh my god, it's so hot. I look like a little street cat. I ended up booking an Airbnb in San Diego for my birthday. So I found a boat on Airbnb and I was gonna do that because I thought I can distance, there's no captain. You can just rent the boat and it'll be fine. But the boat did not return my email, so I ended up renting a different place and jetting out of the city because it was on my birthday that I ended up booking this place and driving down to San Diego. And I forgot my laptop. I've never, ever in my life done that. And so I couldn't update anything in the community tab because you have to do it from a desktop. I couldn't do it from my phone. I felt so bad, but it was so nice to kind of disconnect for a few days and just have the time to reflect and think about this upcoming year. It is really, really fun. The place had a pool and a hot tub, like the most insane pool and hot tub you've ever seen. So I got to hang out, and I did take a baby risk, and I played a little bit of poker, but they were being really, really safe in there, and they were like limiting the amount of people inside and at the tables, and you couldn't touch anything, and I was only in there like 10 minutes. I ran in and sat down at the table. They explained the new procedures that you can't touch the chips or the cards or whatever. They limit it to 2 people at a table. And I got quads on my second hand. My first hand was like a straight. My second hand was quads. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go home. Hi, Michael. Hi, Michael. Hi, Michael. How are you? How are you? Lucia's my game of choice is Texas Hold'em. I really love Ultimate, so I love to play at the table against the dealer. But I also love playing cash games. But I always play Texas Hold'em, and I love slot machines too. But lately, I was so afraid to play cards, and I learned to play in January, and I spent like the first 2 months of the year playing poker like all day, every day at the casino so that I could get better. And then this happened, and so I haven't played since, and for my birthday, was like, I can do it safely. What is super chat? Hi, Sourdough. Oh, that's okay. I think you can watch it later. Really, I've just been rambling. And we did do the giveaway. I wrote your name so many times in this bucket. Oh, that's so nice. What does that mean? A Steam gift card. Does that have to do with the casino? I know. Okay, so I'm at like, that's so nice, Michael. Thank you so much. But yes, I'm almost to 3,000 watch hours hours, so we're so close. I was hoping to be there by now, but my videos have been pretty short lately, so I need to roll out some longer content. Also, maybe if I do more of these, that'll help. But it's just so exciting to see them. Honestly, it's a lot. 3,000 hours of content. When you think about the work that people put in the films to do 2 hours of, and like the movies I'm making, nobody's watching. So 3,000, 32. That's so awesome. I have seen that your videos have been longer. I think it counts, Lucius. I think it's as long as you're not incognito in a tab. I think it counts it. Sourdough, how did you get scammed yesterday? Yeah, that is true. Oh, thank you so much, Michael. Oh, Daka, I'm like trying not to miss any of these. I think this week, so I did figure out, I got a comment from Chance, I think, a few weeks ago on what seemed like a community tab, but I'm like way smaller in the screen because I was sitting on my legs, but they've fallen asleep, so I'm like trying to prop myself up. But just today, when I posted about the time for this, I have a brand new community tab screen, and like my old messages that I thought I was posting were gone, and it was completely different wording, like post updates for your followers. It seems like once you hit 1,000, you get some new community tab, which is really, really cool. Yeah, I want to make longer. So, Michael, I think you may have missed our brief conversation about cinematic ASMR a few minutes ago. But my goal is so Daka ASMR Scripts wrote this incredible script. A long way to go for what? But Michael Daka wrote this incredible ASMR script, and that's, I think, what I'm going to be geared towards now. And those are much, much longer. Yeah. Oh, you have a long way to go for your channel, Daka. I get it now. Oh, yeah. But that's the thing that's strange, is I thought I had a community tab before. Maybe I didn't. Who is Taco? Taco, Daka, Dakka, the person in the chat. Taco. I see how that could. I should probably enunciate more. But yeah, so I'm working on no, that's my bad. But I'm working on that script, so hopefully the next few videos will be a lot longer. How long do y'all usually like videos to be? Daka and I have talked about 20 minutes at the minimum, so I'm hoping that. Yes, we've decided that it's not binaural, even though I'm leaning back and forth. I don't know why that is. So you also probably missed. Yeah, 20 to 30 is good. I definitely don't want any of my videos to be shorter than. So honestly, hopefully soft speaking is okay too, or I can whisper if we like mostly whispering. But lately it's been hard too because it's been so hot, and I don't know, you might be able to hear the hum. I think some people, when they do lives, also put a limiter on their audio and do like noise reduction live. I don't know how that works. But I have to turn off the AC when I shoot. And I've started, there's a hum in my recent videos because I've started leaving the master AC on upstairs. And I was turning that off. And it just is brutal. It's brutal in this house. It's a guest house, so it's not exactly made. It's not even really a guest house, to be honest. It's an afterthought house. It's like the guest house behind the guest house. It's beautiful. I love it. I love where I live. But it's not insulated. It's like it calls to the sun. Like the sun and my house have a love affair. And it's usually about 105 in here. And so when I cut the AC to shoot, it's bad. And so that's why they've been a little bit shorter, because I'm like, beep. Okay, let's do some ASMR. Let's turn that back on. I do need a studio. I've thought about trying to build one. It's really hot. Hi, David. Hi, David. Thank you so much. It's a running swamp. It's an AC. It's a portable AC, so it's not really an AC. It's like a glorified window unit, and it's upstairs, and so it really rarely makes it down here anyways. And then also my boyfriend, I usually like banish to the upstairs when I shoot, and it's all, you can see the stairs over here. It's one big open, there's 2 levels, so I'm in the cave, which is like my domain, my little nest. And when I shoot too, I'm like, you can't move, you can't make any noise, you can't do anything. And so there've been a couple, like once he went to Sacramento before the cases were really, really bad. And that's when I was making all those really long videos, because when it's just me and I'm just making them all roll and roll and roll. Oh my God, did I hit them both? But when he's here too, I feel so bad because like we're just roasting and I can like go on and on and on. So that's why they've been short lately. But hopefully, I saw at the end of this week, the high is supposed to be 77. And so all the bugs are going to come back, but it's going to be much cooler. So I'm so thankful, and I think there'll be longer videos when I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, it'll be really, really nice. I'm sad to see summer go, but also it's hot. It's hot. And I like heat, but like even sitting here, the fan's off, right? So there's no air circulating, and my legs are so sweaty. And like there's no point in putting makeup on or anything. It's all gone anyways, just sweat it off immediately. So it'll be really nice when it cools down. But I'm also, when I start, which is this week, like I haven't made a video about it yet, but my plan is to maybe scale back on YouTube, because right now I'm doing 3 a week and it doesn't give me time to shoot the longer form cinematic videos. So my plan, at least until I get DACA's script out, is to cut back on YouTube, so that I can get that done, because it's time. Oh, yeah, same. I can't wait to get a Christmas tree. Colorado. Where in Colorado? That's nice. Okay, I'm gonna move my legs again. Boulder. I'm setting my mimosa down, and I'm trying to move my legs. I haven't spent a lot of time in Boulder, but there's a Shakespeare company there, a Colorado Shakespeare Company Theater. We call it Colorado Shakes. Have you been there? I will definitely do that for you. I'll do a tour. Although, like, my setup is kind of my room, been really messy. But when I get the camera, I'll do that. Yeah. And I actually just changed, like, I moved everything. So I've been shooting on this one blank wall, and everything is in the middle of the room. And I'm the kind of person who I don't want to tear down all my equipment every night because I shoot all the time. And I just moved it all over to my vanity and my desk to do the Zoom. And I was like, actually, this could be like a place that I could just continue to shoot all of our videos with the new camera. And then, of course, the new camera didn't work. So we're on the crappy webcam. But I will get that to work very soon, and we'll do another live with the really nice camera. For those of you that didn't see it, we have a fancy new Canon with a fancy vlog screen. I have, right? Which my other camera, my cinema camera, let me get it and show you. It's a monster. I hope it won't be too loud. Oh my gosh. I'm worried it's going to make too much noise. Okay, hopefully that wasn't. This is my cinema camera. 1,000 pounds. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Oh, have a good day at school. And send me what camera you're thinking about on Instagram. Thank you so much for being here. Rip is a cute nickname. Is that normally your nickname? If y'all haven't seen his ASMR, it's so good. Y'all are so great. I love you all. But yeah, this is my cinema camera. It weighs so much. This is usually when I get hired out to work as a videographer what I'll use. But obviously, look at it. I can't just like shoot YouTube videos with this. It's ridiculous. And the Sony camera, it's crazy. It's insane. The Sonys don't go out all the way, so I can never see myself. I'm just like guessing that I'm even in frame. Oh God. And so I bought a monitor for that one, but it was a pain in the butt to deal with. So look at this new little, so great. I can't believe it didn't, like, the whole point was to get it to do this live today and then to be able to use it for future videos, but I can't believe I didn't even get it to work. It is. But you know what? When I work for so if you missed, I do some shooting for Ruben. I know that's the thing. I'm like, should I do ASMR? Are we all just hanging out? I like hanging out. But I can do ASMR if y'all want me to. But when I shoot for Samsung, I work typically 14 hours a day, and it's usually a 3-day shoot. And so it's really, really tough on my body, but it pays really well, so it's worth it. But carrying around that thing for 14 hours a day, 3 days in a row, I'm probably going to have some long-term problems because of that. It's been wild. This is great. I would do this. Trey! What's up, Trey? How are you doing? Trey's ASMR is also really awesome. And y'all should check it out. Also, if you've just joined us, to catch you up, I bought a brand new camera. Couldn't get it to work with the live, so I'm on my crappy old webcam, and my mics are not binaural for some reason, so I have a lot to learn in the world of live streams, but this has been really great. I'm good. Thank you so much. Thank you. Where in the world are you located, Trey? How are things in your neck of the woods? Ruben, where are you? But yeah, that camera is too much, which is also why I'm excited, because Canon lenses are really. Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you. I had the best birthday. Kentucky. Oh man, I'm from Oklahoma, and I have so many friends from Kentucky. Also, Kentucky Shakespeare is awesome. But yeah, I had the best birthday home. I didn't expect it to be so great. Thank you, Trey. Thank you. K-Shakes, Kentucky Shakes. The production manager up in Montana used to work for Kentucky Shakes, and she's from there. They just did, I think, a live stream of Richard II, which is my favorite play. But I'm not sure what else they're doing. But it was the best. It was the best birthday. I didn't have high expectations just because of everything going on, and I just wanted to feel safe. But that pool and jacuzzi were definitely the way to ring in the new year. And I got quads at the casino, which, love it. And if you missed that conversation, I was only in for like 8 minutes, and that was always the goal, because I'm like, I'm not playing around with this pandemic, you know what I mean? I'm like, we're doing what we need to get done to keep everybody safe. I'm gonna stay in my house. It was really beautiful. I am an Okie. Yeah. But yeah, it was really nice to take a break mentally, to feel kind of like a human again, and to just relax and have fun. Honestly, I realized I haven't let my guard down in so long, just because all of this has been kind of frightening. I am absolutely qualified to answer all of your Tiger King questions. So many of my friends kept calling me like, is this your family? I was like, basically, yeah. I have, but that scene doesn't come to mind. When in the movie is that? I think we watched it at the very beginning of Shutdown. I have no memory of that. I have to watch it again. Where was I? But that's like, I can already imagine what the scene is just from that line. It's so perfect. I think of that movie a lot, actually. At the time when I was watching it, I was like, I don't know about this. But I think about it all the time, which is the sign of a really good movie. It just was so bizarre. It was its own thing, you know? Oh my gosh, it's been an hour and 15 minutes. This is so great. I'm so happy y'all are here. Thank you, Ruben. Ruben, where are you located? Mi español no es muy bueno, pero yo ¿cómo se dice? Learning. I'm learning. Entiendo. Is that it? I need to do another Spanish video. It's been so long. Let's see. Hola. Me llamo Torey. Monterey. Oh, gracias. I love Mexico. I've spent a lot of time working in Puerto Morelos, and I spent a lot of time in Tulum, but Tulum is beautiful, obviously, but it's like, so it's been overtaken by tourists, and I have loved my time in Puerto Morelos, and that whole stretch, really, of the coast. Thank you so much for being here. But I do need to, I need to get back on the Babbel train. I will do one. But it's so rusty, and I will sign up for Babbel and do a refresher. And my thing is, I'm pretty good at understanding when I hear it, and reading comprehension is there, but speaking it is scary. Peru? Lucius, are you from Peru? That's amazing. I don't know anything about Peru. Give me some Peru facts. Right. How long have you been over here? Why do I keep going back and forth? It's not binaural. Oh my god. I know. I just put a bunch of videos on my Patreon, and I feel like every one of them, I somehow end up ranting about Shakespeare. These people are probably like, oh my god, this girl. Oh, of course, Machu Picchu. That's on my bucket list. Okay, so I don't eat seafood. I'm an Okie, right? I grew up landlocked, and my parents. Ooh, surfing. I've never been surfing. I grew up. Hi, Mooney and Mooney. Thank you so much. Thank you for the kind words. That brings me so much joy. It is. My blood is white gravy. That was what I asked for my birthday. Biscuits and gravy. It's true. There actually hasn't been a year in like the last 10 years I haven't had biscuits and gravy for my birthday. That's so cool, Lucius. Oh, that's amazing. But yeah, I don't do seafood. My dad would occasionally ask to eat at Red lobster, which absolutely disgusts me. But my mom hated seafood, and it must just be because I wasn't around it. As a kid, I didn't develop that palate. And then when I was 12, I volunteered full time at the aquarium. So I was putting in like 40-hour work weeks at the aquarium when I was 12 and 13. And now, to me, it smells. Seafood to me tastes like the aquarium smelled. And I don't hate the smell, it's just different. Yeah, see, it's just not something you have access to in Oklahoma. Maybe now it's different. I'm still laughing at Her Blood is White gravy. It's perfect. The Jinx Aquarium in Tulsa. Is there one in OKC now? Backpacking. I want to go backpacking. Let's all go. It is on my bucket list to go to Machu Picchu. My name? Torey. I do like Taurus though. Close. Torey. Like Victoria, but just Torey. Torey. Thank you, Jessie. Thank you, Jessie. Yeah, I also still have nightmares about the Shark Tank there because, and actually, I just was talking to my aunt on the phone and she said the same thing. And there was a part of me that thought maybe I was exaggerating because I was a child. This is definitely an Oklahoma thing. It was not up to code. The Shark Tank. So the Jinx Aquarium was home to the largest bull sharks in captivity. We had 4, I think. We had lemon sharks, which are pretty docile, and bull sharks, which are pretty aggressive. And it was a beautiful world-class, what do you call them? Encampment. What are they called? I'm glad because I could ramble about this stuff forever. And sometimes I'm like, Torey, nobody cares about your stories. Facility, yes. And there's a thing that happens, right? And it's a human reaction. And so it was a tunnel, as a lot of, I think, shark facilities are now. They're usually really beautifully built tunnels, so you can walk through and be surrounded by water and these magnificent animals, creatures, monsters. And I would work the Shark Tank, and again, I was 12, 13, I'm a child, and I knew nothing would happen, but your brain is like, you are not supposed to be here. You're underwater. There are sharks all around you, right? So that was already a thing. And I would get shifts that were like 4 hours of standing in the Shark Tank. And as people would come through, I'd give them facts and teach them about the sharks and talk about anything, because we have like 40 other species of fish in this Shark Tank. But I wanted to be a marine biologist at the time, and they were like, great, we'll start training you. Come up and watch a shark feeding. And I was like, great. And I went up there. I swear, I still have nightmares about this constantly. And one of my coworkers, because typically, it depends on the breed, but they typically have like a spear, that they have meat on the end of, and he's got this in the water, and the ground was level with the water. which is like the most Oklahoma thing I've ever seen, right? It's like you don't even have a few inches, right, of something you could trip over. It's just level with the top of the water, right? And like sharks coming around, and it's just at your feet. Unbelievable. And I again, like I sometimes think, did I make that up? Was I just small, you know? But my aunt just brought it up like 2 days ago. Because I always took my family on a tour when they came. But still, like honestly, it was terrifying. I mean, just think this huge shark tank, and it was like the smallest sidewalk, like a New York sidewalk. And just the line of the sidewalk is level with water, and there's a bunch of sharks out there. Yes, I am a quick learner. I'm a very fast learner. It truly was unbelievable. I bet they've changed it now. It's been a long time. This was a long time ago. Can y'all hear, like, if I do mic scratching like this? I need to figure out tomorrow why it's not binaural. I have this too. But yeah, I miss the aquarium. They were really nice people. And I went through quite a long time, a lot of different periods in my life where I wanted to be something else. And then I realized what I actually wanted to be was an actor. And I wanted to be able to spend short periods of time just learning about lots of different things. Good night, Ruben. Buenas noches. I think you're right, Michael. Hola, Jose. Now I'm kind of in Spanish mode, but to be fair, I don't know that you speak Spanish, Jose. Good morning, Mosby. Also, if you're just joining us, if I mispronounce your name, please tell me. Good morning, good morning. Where are you in the world? 6 a.m. 8 hours. You must be like Ireland, United Kingdom. See? Gracias. Ruben, thank you so much for being here. Austria. Wow. I've never been. I've wanted to go. I probably would have been able to go this year if I had made my trip. How is it? How's the weather? Thanks for joining us. What time do we? Oh my gosh. It's been an hour and a half, and I was like an hour late. I told my boyfriend like an hour. I hope he's okay up there, sitting on the couch. Oh, Austria. Rainy, that sounds nice. I'm good, thank you. I hope he did. I feel bad. Because this is the thing too, like I always want want to make longer videos, and I'll do this forever. I mean, I'll stay live 24/7 now. This is great. Y'all are great. But then I'm like, oh. I told him, like, you can't move. Like, don't get up from the couch because I'll hear your footsteps. I definitely need, I love the place that I live, but I've learned that I need a place that actually has like more of a studio space where I can shoot, so that maybe he could be doing normal life things and not just like waiting for my video to be done. Good night, Mosby. Thank you for being here. Have a great day at work. Oh, y'all, this is so fun. I know, right? I think about that all the time. I'm like, do other people have this problem? Probably not, because GB can afford whatever she wants, I'm sure. But it definitely is a weird thing. Like, I was so nervous about this because you just never know what loud thing is going to happen, right? But it's been fine. But it is an oddly specific thing. ASMR. Having to be really, really quiet and have, try and have really pristine audio. It's not a normal, like, it's so easy to work around doing a self-tape or whatever for an audition. Oh, hi, Jose. I'm so dehydrated because I'm sweating so much. But I packed the water. I'm so bummed about this, not having the camera cord for this live. Right? Like, that seems like even me when I watch ASMR, I'm like, I'm trying to convince Riley to make a channel. Like, can I be the model, please? I was thinking about having him maybe do a video, like if I did another one, like a hair play video, just having him do my hair, because it's like, that looks really nice. There are a few other ASMR artists here in LA too. Like, I need to reach out to them, like, whenever you want to trade. When it's safe, I'll be your model. And also, I think the thing in the industry is like everyone wants an ASMR spa. Why has no one opened them? That's true, Taka, that's true. I'm not very good at back rubs. I'm good at back scratches. Oh, ear rubs. Yeah. Those are easy. Those are nice. But yeah, it's definitely a bizarre thing. There are a ton of them here in California. I think it's just because this is a place where a lot of people live. All right, I'm moving my legs again. They're asleep. Oh, goodness. It's so hot. I wonder if I can move this a little bit. And of course, I hope you're falling asleep, Jose. Like, all this crap is visible because in the other camera, the depth of field is so shallow that there's so much bokeh that everything is blurred out. And now you can see, like, the heinous mess on my bed. I need a duvet can't find, surprisingly. When I moved into this place in March, I didn't have anything, and my aunt that lived in San Diego graciously gave us a lot of stuff, and she gave us this duvet cover, but it's so nice. Like, I'm a nester, so I need to decorate my own stuff, and I can't for the life of me find a duvet cover. Mostly I think because all the stores are closed and I can't go in, and that's kind of a thing you need to feel. But I also want to do with the task cam, like, I love videos when people are like snuggled in their bed and like reading, just cozy videos like that. I want to do more of those. But I love my little room. This window, you can't really tell now, but it's got rainbow prisms. It's like the rainbow prism. It's not wallpaper, but it's for windows. It's so beautiful during the day. I was like, what is BBB? Yes, they are. I did run into one a few weeks ago, but I didn't find anything. And I ran into like a Ross or a Marshall's, and it just wasn't successful. And there are so many people here that it can get pretty crowded, and that makes me nervous. So I just kind of left it for when the world is normal again. But I want a duvet cover before I make those videos. I guess I don't like it. Just looks kind of dormy, right? When your bedding doesn't match, it just feels very college dorm. And you can kind of tell I have a little alpaca and llama plushie is poking out. That one was a gift for my surgery, and there's another one on the other side of it that I got in a coffee. I bought a coffee cup with a llama on it, and it came with a little plushie in the coffee cup, and so I say that they're like a married couple. Y'all, this is so great. I should probably get going, check on him upstairs. Yeah, right? That's immediately what I thought of when you said Peru. I was like, I should probably tell them about my little alpaca plushies. A big Yoshi. I can order one. I have lots of plushies, but no big Yoshis. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. So, man, I want to do this forever. I should probably go soon just to check on him, but I want to set up a plan for another one of these. So I'm going to get whatever dumb thing that I need for the camera. Yeah, I haven't really seen any here in the States. Yeah. A new boss. How's that going? I'll send you an email. I promise. I know, me too. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here. This was honestly like the greatest, the most fun thing in the world. But I'll get the stupid piece I need for the camera so that when we do the next live, it'll look a little bit better than this. And hopefully I'll figure out why this wasn't binaural. I'll check that setting that you said. And we'll do this. Let me know if you like this and if you want to, because I would totally do this every week, like a weekly hangout. Absolutely. And we can do more ASMR in another one. I hope that bump wasn't too loud. Good night, everyone. Just blast your ears. So, good night, good night, good night to you all. Thank you so much for being here. This was so fun. Happy 1,000 subs. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. That's so exciting. I will figure out the live camera thing so we can do that again. Good night, Michael. Good night, good night. Thank you so much. You're amazing. You're all amazing. And honestly, it was so awesome to hang out with y'all. This is great. Now we just need to set up like a weekly poker game. I know an app. But I'll figure all that out. I'll make another video and then we can plan another live very soon. So, good night, good night, good night, good night. I hope you all sleep well and I hope that you have an amazing start to your week. Good luck with your boss, Taka. I'll talk to you all so very soon.